I was thinking about like verses of like something like John 1:1.
Okay, but
How do you
okay, before,
interpret that one?
okay, so based off of John 17, right? What's the only logical explanation for John 1 and 1?
Right.
This is how we
I
start.
don't think they're like I don't think they're mutually exclusive.
Right. That means they can't
Hmm?
contradict each other, right? So if Jesus Christ said that he was sent from the only true God, then John 1 and 1, the only correct reading for this is that in the beginning was the word, which me and you agree this is Christ, and the word was with power, right? That's what God means. Elohim, power, and the word was power. So because Christ was with the
Well, that's
Father,
the
wi-
thing.
wi- because Christ was with the power, he was power, which why that reading
Right.
cannot contradict John 17, which is why he's not the Most High. This verse proves that Jesus Christ is not the Most High.
Well, you're using a Hebrew meaning for a text that was originally written in Greek.
Who's the people who written it? Who
Wait,
wrote
what
it?
are you?
No, in Aramaic though. It's originally written in Aramaic, right?
Well, no, the New
Or
Testament
No.
is written
around.
in Greek.
No, the epistle,
Hello?
the Gospel of John was originally
Um,
written in Greek.
Yeah.
hey,
So
hey, Timu.
Oh.
Yo,
Hold
what's
on real
up?
quick. Timu. Are you a troller? Are you cool?
What?
Are you a
You have a
troller or are
reason to
you
think
cool?
that?
Yeah, your name. I'm just trying to make
I
sure.
think we've talked before too. Yeah.
But are you the 15-year-old?
I'm 19.
Oh, okay. I was finna mute you. We don't talk to little kids. But all right, just
No.
we'll
okay.
get to you
Yeah.
in a second.
Well,
But
what are you guys talking about? What's the
Just
prompt?
listen. What
Okay.
you'll hear it
yeah.
probably about 30
Yeah,
seconds.
LJ, just because it's written in Greek doesn't change the perspective of the people who wrote it.
Well, yeah, you're using the Hebrew word Elohim
That's the
in place
Hebrew
of the
equivalent.
original Greek word theon.
Yeah, that's the Hebrew equivalent.
Theon means God, not power.
That's what no
Okay,
God
it
means
means God.
power.
It has no other meaning.
What does God mean?
What does God mean?
Yeah, what does God mean?
All right,
Mm-hmm.
you want me to look up the Webster's dictionary?
No, man, just look up in the Bible.
The the Bible defines the word God.
Yes. Yes. That's why men could be called God. Who else could be called God? Kings could be called God. Moses was called God.
Angels.
Angels was called God. It means power. That's why in context it's referring to certain things. That's why we say the most high God, because he's the most high power.
Well, isn't the word like Elohim like plural?
Yeah, it's plural.
Yeah. And also, LJ, you said something that was incorrect. He's not called Theon in the Greek. Called
Yeah,
Theos, which is the same thing as Elohim.
Theos, prostoi, theon.
What?
Look, I'll read off John
Yeah,
1:1 in Greek.
I see it. I see it. You know, he's not called Theon. He was with the Theon.
Well, it's the same word, but
No, it's not. You never heard what a definitive article is? Definitive article?
it's
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 talking
the
about
same word. It's just a different
no.
case. It's just a different
It's
case.
talking about the first part is talking about the Father. The second part is talking about what he had, which was power. The word was power. The word had power. That's what he was explaining to you. So I was just pointing out that you were lying just now.
Oh, come on, man. Come tell me I don't have no liars up in here.
Yeah, he was trying to make it seem like that. I think it was a tone. I think in that Greek when
Theon
it
and
says
theos are the same word, though. It's both theos. It's just different declensions or different. Well, different
yeah.
cases.
And what's the different case right here?
Let me look at it real quick. I don't know the exact cases.
It's easy. When it says in the beginning was the word, we know that's Christ. and the Word was with God. It's talking about he was with the Most High God, which is the Father. He was with power, and he was God, and the Word was God, which is talking about power. It's not talking about what you would call what's that word they always say, ontologically or whatever, or
Ontological, yeah.
it's talking about something. What's the other one? Divinity. Talking about power. It's not talking about who he is as a person. So we have to go back to John 17 to see what Christ said himself about who was the true God. Dan, you got an answer for John 17 yet?
John 17:3.
They might still try to recollect
Yeah.
themselves
Oh,
from
hold
that
on,
John
bro.
1.
This
Good
one.
job.
Yeah. Read it.
Yeah, it says, and this is eternal life, that they know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent.
So who's the
And that's
true
what it
God
says.
right there? Who's the true God right there? He's talking to.
Well, according to your beliefs, he's talking to Yahweh, right? He's talking about like Yahweh.
Correct.
Yes, correct, for sure.
But according to your
But
beliefs, what would this be?
yeah, well, according to your belief, what's the true God?
Uh, you know my beliefs, right? You know I believe in the Trinity.
Yeah, he's not a. I don't think
So
he know too much about his belief.
yeah,
Let me help you out, man. Let me help you out. This verse right here proves that the Trinity is not biblical. Based off these two
mm-hmm.
concepts, the definition of God, meaning power, and Christ having a God above him. That's it. I don't really think you need anything else. Any other scripture you go to will really be just semantics of you saying that the Father was called here over here and Christ is called there over there. However, if that's the
You
case,
see,
then that
brother,
proves that Jesus Christ is not God. Go ahead, LJ.
you don't realize the concept of the Trinity. The
I do.
Father can
I do
be the
understand
only
it.
true God, with Jesus also being God, because they're the same God. We don't have three gods; we have one,
Okay, let me read the verse again for you.
which
And you
means
break it down for me.
Jesus and the Father are the same God.
Okay. It says, and this is
Yes.
life eternal, that they might know thee.
Know thee, the only true God, and
Hold
Jesus
up,
Christ,
one
whom
second,
thou
one
hast
second.
sent.
Who's the only true God?
The Father.
Okay. And Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent. Is Jesus Christ the only true God?
Yes, because he's the same God as the Father.
Oh man,
that's hilarious.
that was horrible, man.
Hey. Hold on.
The only way you could have got through this verse is by saying this God is the essence. But you just said this God is the Father. Which is why in the book of Revelation, when it says that in the temple of my God, right, Jesus Christ has a God. So he is not the most high. The argument we arguing is over if he's the most high God. 1 Corinthians 11:3 says the head of Christ is God. All I want to do is serve Jesus Christ God. That's it.
That's it.
So just show me. Y'all just got to show a verse
I got a
where
question
Jesus
too.
Christ is the most high. Go ahead.
I got a question for you, LJ. You already stated that this is talking about the Father, right? As we see in verse 1. Christ is saying this about the Father, right? LJ?
Yeah. You see, the
He's saying this.
Father can be the only true God, but not exclusively. It doesn't have to be exclusively.
Well, that's why I'm asking you.
Jesus
Christ is
can also
directly
be
saying
true.
this. He's directly saying this to the Father, right?
How do you interpret Mark 2:10 though?
Well, I just want you to answer this question because this is very important to the next question I'm gonna ask you. We can go to Mark 2:10, but you would agree that he is talking to the Father, right? And the Father is being Um, he's saying the Father is the true God, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and you would say that Christ is also Yahweh, right? You would say that Yahweh is the Trinity.
Yeah, because Yahweh is the Trinity. So Yahweh is the
Okay,
Father, but he's also the Son, and he's also the Holy Spirit, because they're all the same God.
but you agree that this right here is saying that the Father is the true God, correct?
Yeah, I have no problem with saying that the Father is the true God.
Okay, this is why the Bible is so beautiful, not in a weird sense, but in a sense where it's so poetic because Christians, y'all don't read the. If you go to and read Jeremiah 10:10, I'm gonna read this right quick. It says, "But the Lord is the true God." You know what that word "Lord" is right there? The Lord?
Kyrie?
No,
Kyrie?
no. In the Hebrew, what is it?
Hold on. What are you reading from?
Jeremiah
Old Testament or New
10 and verse
Testament?
10, Old
Okay.
Testament.
I don't
In
know
the
what it
Hebrew,
is. I don't know what it. I don't know what it is in Hebrew.
what is the Lord usually in the Hebrew?
Oh wait, Adonai. Adonai.
No,
Well,
Yahweh
that's
or
the
Yahweh. You would
Hebrew
say
word for
Yahweh.
Lord. Yahweh.
You
Yeah.
would say Yahweh. It says, but the Lord, which you would say is Yahweh, is the
hmm
true God. He is the living God and an everlasting King. Now it's saying that Yahweh is the true God right here. You just told me that the Father is the one who's being called the true God. So if it's Yahweh being called the true God, that must mean that only the Father is Yahweh. Jesus isn't Yahweh because Jesus himself called the Father the true God. This destroys your whole entire argument of the Trinity because we have Jesus himself saying that the Father is the true God out of his own mouth in John 17. And then we have another account of Jeremiah saying that Yahweh is the true God. So that must only mean one thing, that Yahweh is the Father and he's not Christ. And that must mean that the Trinity doesn't exist. I just
Yeah,
want to hear
but
your
what?
answer to that.
Hold up. When Jesus
Uh-huh.
said
Mm-hmm.
that the Father is the only true God, he did
Mm-hmm.
not exclude it himself. Okay? He just said the Father is Yahweh. He didn't say I am not Yahweh. He has said the Father is Yahweh. He said the
Mhm.
Father is Yahweh, not exclusively to anything else.
Hey,
Okay?
are there okay in hell right now
Okay.
or in heaven? Would you say there's a beast with 10 legs and 13 faces and 2 eyes?
10 legs, 13 faces, and 2 eyes.
Yeah. Would you say that's in heaven right now?
I don't know what you're referring to, so I don't know.
Well, I'm saying that.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay. What if there? Okay. Would you say there's a flying monkey in heaven?
I don't know.
You don't know.
He was like he
Does
was
the
like referring to Revelation,
does the Bible
like the
talk
book
about
of
This
having?
seems
Revelation.
irrelevant.
Does the Bible have a flying? Does the Bible talk about having a flying monkey in heaven?
I don't know.
It doesn't, right?
Mhm.
But it doesn't
Okay.
doesn't mean it's not there though, because it doesn't talk about it.
Right.
This you see the logic. The logic is because it
That's
doesn't
just
say it.
logic.
The logic is because it doesn't say it. It's possible it could be there. Cause you say, well, Christ called the Father the only true God, but he didn't say he wasn't. That's crazy.
Mm. Good night.
So it's like if
Yeah,
you
in
told me there
fact, he
wasn't
said,
if you told me there's no flying monkey in heaven, I would say the Bible doesn't say there isn't.
Right.
You get my point?
I would say God is not a man, Numbers 23:19.
Okay.
That's always a good one, but them they
Agree.
but what's this? So
Yeah.
it really
Y'all's
can't get it
logic
can't
is.
yeah. John 17 is really a one that we really try to pull last. We really don't even like pulling it like that. It just such a it's a box. A box. Listen, man, Jesus Christ could be God, man. He's just not the only true God. right? LJ.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm gonna need you to read this for me that I
Okay,
just
I read.
posted in the side chat,
Okay.
Good
and
night.
I'm gonna ask you who's speaking there.
Uh,
Hey, can I ask you a quick question, LJ? When y'all hear us say these things and y'all can't like disprove them, do y'all ever think like maybe I'm wrong? Because it's like we just talked about this and nobody was like, well, you know what? Maybe I need to go study that. Everybody was just like, you know what? Let me just go to another chapter, another verse. That's just a quick question, but you can go on to your chapter and verse. I was just
All
thinking
I
about that.
said
That's crazy.
was that it didn't exclude Jesus. Okay, it doesn't disprove your point, but it doesn't make my point invalid either.
okay.
All right. But you wanted to go? He wanted to go to Mark 2:10. He said, "Is
Mark 2:10.
that where you're going?"
Yeah, I think that's an interesting one.
Okay.
Mark,
Oh
Mark
my.
2,
Was it about him?
sin.
Let me
Yeah,
guess. It's about
how do you feel
forgiving
about that one?
sins. Is it about forgiving sins?
Yeah,
Yep,
it's
it
about like
is.
the forgiveness of sins. Yeah,
Okay,
like how
that
do you guys
verse.
feel about that
That
one?
verse is another verse that proves that Jesus Christ is not God.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you something. Who did miracles? When Christ did a miracle, did God do a miracle?
How do you feel?
Huh? It's a
What do you think?
question. Meaning that like if well I give it like this way. When Moses split the Red Sea, did God split the Red Sea?
Did Moses or God do it?
Did God do it? God did.
Just say yes, Dad. God did it through Moses.
The God did it through Moses. The exact same way
Mm,
Moses operated is the exact same way Christ operated. Exact same
that's
way.
right.
So when Jesus Christ forgave sins, the Father forgave sins. And I know that to be a fact because Acts 2:22 says, Ye men of Israel, hear these words,
Mm,
Jesus of Nazareth, a man approved of God among you by miracles and wonders and signs which God did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourselves also know. So God did all these things through Christ because he's the agent, the best agent. And you know this to be a fact because disciples also forgave sins. And guess who
mm.
else was able to forgive sins besides the disciples? You want to take a guess?
Who?
Uh, the priest at that time, the religious leaders at that time. Christ told them, "You omit the
Mhm.
weightier matters of the law, but you don't give
Good
out
night.
judgment or mercy." What would mercy look like?
I can answer however y'all want to answer. There ain't no wrong
Yeah,
answer.
I'm gonna help you out. I don't think they're going. Mercy is forgiveness. The same way that woman was caught in adultery, that was mercy. And they did not stone her. It's that simple. I think they probably
Damn.
reading on some LJ and Dan. LJ and Dan, man, y'all could just believe in what we believe in, man.
Facts.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
I posted up there Isaiah 44 verse 6 to 8. You mind reading that for me real quick?
Yeah, was it talk about I'm the first
All
and
right.
last? I'm pretty well aware of the scriptures
Yeah.
most people go to.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So who would you say is speaking in that?
Oh, that's the Father.
Okay. Now read Revelation 22 verse 13 to 16.
22, verse 13 to 16.
Yep.
Okay.
And tell me who's speaking throughout all of that because it doesn't change who's speaking.
Okay. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and ending, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. But without a dog, sorcerers, whoremongers, murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie, I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things. And the churches, I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. What's your
So
point?
who is speaking throughout all of that quotation?
Christ is.
Christ is. So Christ identifies himself as the beginning and the end in these verses, but then God the Father also identifies himself as the beginning and the end in the previous verses.
So you just cut yourself again.
So does that not show that Jesus is
This
the
prove-
same God as the Father?
No, this proves
Father.
once again that Jesus Christ is not God. You just gave the explanation. You messed up by
Damn.
saying in Isaiah that was the Father speaking. In your belief, you don't believe Jesus Christ is the Father. And what you just broke down, Jesus Christ would have to be the Father.
He's the same God as the Father.
No, he's not. Because even in the book of Revelation, you have one that's sitting on a throne and one that's being presented to him as a lamb slain before God. That one is Jesus Christ. The one on the throne is the same as who? The Father. Isn't he not?
Well, yes, because Christ
Right.
submits to the will of the Father.
Okay. Which proves that Jesus Christ is not God. Because in the same verse you gave me, he says he's the root and offspring of David. God is not the root and offspring
night.
of David.
Wait, he's not the
Wait,
root
wait.
of David?
Who's
He's
the
not-
root of all things?
God
Who
is
created all things?
not, God is not the root and offspring of David.
Wait, so hold on. God's not the source of David?
Is he the he's not the is he the root and offspring of David? Do you know what that
Yeah,
means?
God wasn't
Root-
born, dude. God is
Huh?
pre-birth.
I know. That's why I'm asking this part of the question first. So answer this part of the question first, and then we get to the second part of the question, which you answered prematurely.